for another video on the old Camaro. So last week's video, y'all see us do a horrible burnout. So this week, we're gonna try to fix the steering. Stay tuned and we'll see what we can do. It looks like it might be a little bit more broke than what I can fix, but we're gonna give it a try anyway. Because we're trying to do this on the cheap. We're not trying to spend no money. So keep watching, you'll see how this develops. All right, I've just about come to the conclusion that this motor needs to be pulled out. There's, show you that. That's my burnout marks, but that's oil. So undoubtedly the rear main or something to do with the transmission. It's just, she's leaking bad. So I think the easier thing to do is just gonna be to pull it out and work on it outside the car instead of trying to do it inside the car. I think that'd be a whole lot easier, but we can get the steering trying to fix, because if I can't fix the steering, it might just be pulled out and this might get pushed off into the tree row over there. So I'm gonna set you up and show you the steps to pull the steering wheel. First things first, you got this little bitty clip right here. 2 screwdrivers. Open that up. Send that flying, never gonna need that again. 13/16 and the big impact. Get that back out, and here's pro tip or amateur tip. Pro tip, amateur tip, I don't know, you decide. Take this nut and thread it back on 1 or 2 threads. It's easier whenever it's actually stuck. It's easier when the steering column is actually attached and won't fly around. I don't think we've moved it. Well, might have moved some. All right, guys, I know it looks crude, but it worked. Had to do a little bit of destruction to get it here, but it worked. So we're gonna call that a victory. 3-jaw puller. Had to leave the nut on, but it's done. It's off. So I mean, now I gotta fight getting this off. Might just start breaking things, because it's not like anything is put together. This is going to be the aggravating part right here. This little pin, or this little C-clip, whatever you want to call it, it's a pain in the butt. You almost need a pick. Well, the steering wheel is not as destroyed. This is not as difficult to do, but this one is pretty well destroyed. You gotta work this little C-clip around to get it out. And then you can start taking the guts of this steering wheel out, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to take every bit of it out just to see if it's even fixable. See that? Don't lose that little piece right there. You gotta have that. Put that in a special place. Right over there. This, I don't know, we might need some of it. There's a bearing in here. I mean, everything is just destroyed, but there's some screws in the back of this I have to get to. So I'm trying to get to those. I'm probably not going to put any of this back together, but I just want to see if we can get it to where it'll hold itself. If this car ever does run, it'll never run off the key from what I'm looking at. I mean, it is destroyed. Alright, I got a Phillips head. Keep taking stuff off. Hopefully y'all remember where all this goes, because I'm not really paying that much of attention. Oh gosh, everything's so broke. You're supposed to have some slack on these wires where you can pull this out. This is pushed. Yep. Snatch that out of there. That little Torx bit right there is what it needs to take that little Torx bit out right there. And you can pull the lock cylinder out, but we're not worried about that. I'm trying to get to, there's 3 bolts that go through that I'm trying to get to. Looks like I need some Torx bits. I'm gonna go grab some Torx bits. I'll be back. All right, these are T30. wouldn't follow this if you think this is a repair on a 3rd gen steering column. This is more of a discovery mission right here. We're gonna see if we can put this thing back together and not be loosey-goosey. This is already extremely broken. Go ahead and finish it off. Go ahead and rip that right out of there. Don't need it anymore. This is a T20 for any of y'all that need to know. That's the pin for the wheel lock cylinder. Now it should pull out. That comes off. Alright, now well, guys and girls, I hate to say it, but got our first major failure of this car. It's pretty well broken, so that means I'm gonna need a new one. And been looking up the prices for them. They're about 200 bucks, but probably not gonna film that for a little while. We've got some other things coming up, and it's probably gonna be a couple weeks before we're back on this car. Got a drift event coming up, so the next video is gonna be about the BMW. Do a little bit of introduction on it, talk about the swap, get it ready, a little nut and bolt check the toe, and front and rear, and then do that next weekend. And the weekend after that will be the drift event, and then the next time you see this car, we're going to be pulling the motor and transmission out.
What are you doing, Papa?
Filming a video.
What?
I don't know if you can tell, but that's like oil, and that's ATF. So everything is leaking on this engine and transmission. Okay, I'm gonna come get you here in a minute. Everything's leaking on this transmission and motor, and the easiest way to fix it is just gonna be pull it out, and then we're gonna pull the motor apart and check it out, and probably go through it, clean it up, new seals, check out the pistons, well, the cylinder bore and all that, and look through in the bearings and whatnot. So that's gonna be it. I hate it was a fail. It's gonna be a short video because it was a fail, and we had some friends come over, and then we went and seen some friends and family days. So not a whole lot happened to cars this weekend, but next weekend I have another. It'll be a fairly short video. It'll just be a cleanup and whatnot. So like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you.